Hello and welcome to EDTC 5370, the capstone course. I am Dr. Anthony Edwards and I'm your instructor this semester. So this course again is a capstone, so it's kind of a culmination of the courses that you've taken. The prerequisites are EDTC 5338, 5349, 5353, and 5354. So again, you can address me as Dr. Edwards. My office hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And these are online office hours, and we can reach out to me and we could communicate via Zoom or phone. And 11 to 12, you can actually send me a direct message on Twitter, and Dr. Tony Edwards is my Twitter handle. My office phone is 254-968-9451. As far as email, I'd prefer for you not to email me. If for some reason Canvas is down, so just use Canvas to message me. I like to keep my, so I can see my students and what their needs are. I prefer for them not to email me. So if you use Canvas, I know where to find your email or message. But if for some reason Canvas is down, you can email me at aedwards_canvas@tarleton.edu, and it should then go to my Canvas inbox. Okay. So a little bit about myself. Again, I'm your instructor. I got my doctorate in education or educational leadership and policy studies from Tarleton State University. I have a bachelor's degree in biomedical science from Texas A&M and a master of health administration from the Texas A&M Health Science Center. And I've taught university level, community college level, and K-12 level. So, and kind of had varied experience at the K-12 with both high school and some middle school experience, and lots of experience with online courses. I'm also serving as director of Tarleton Online. Did that from, I really should say, fall 2012 to fall 2018, and then starting again in fall 2021. Again, I've taught at the community college level, taught dual credit courses. My wife is also a professor at Tarleton State University. And just a little bit about the course. Again, this is considered a supervised internship where the student's applying knowledge from this course of study to things like instructional design, course development for online courses, online course teaching, as well as leadership and instructional technology for some public or private institution. And the project that you're going to do in this course will address a practical and real-world challenge using skills and knowledge you've gained throughout this program of study. And this completed project is going to demonstrate critical thinking, best practices that are research-based, literature review, as well as reporting that is consistent with using APA style. Again, you've got access here to information about Canvas. If you need help, obviously you've gone through this program, so you should be good there, but just have that there for you. Other resources from Tarleton. All right, and it tells you here when you're ready to begin the course, go to the modules, you select modules from the course navigation menu. So we'll start, click that. All right, so we have a Start Here module. So here's access to the video. I have a link to the syllabus, and it also includes our course schedule. We'll go over that in just a moment. Document tells you kind of what your project plan is going to look like. Gives you a format. All right, syllabus. You have to acknowledge the syllabus. Here's a place to introduce yourself. Kind of a group discussion. Pre-course statement of understanding just kind of lets me know what you know about the subject coming in. And here's a student survey, allows me to have a little more information about you as well. All right, and kind of a discussion thread there as well. All right, so again, information here about the comprehensive exam. So when I have more information about dates for that, I will let you know. We've got some frequently asked questions here. Let's see. All right. I'm sure you'll want to know at least a little bit about it, so we'll go over that as that downloads. But essentially, again, I won't be able to tell you questions you'll receive, but basically just be prepared for being able to write about things that you have learned in the course and kind of putting things together from multiple courses. Obviously, you want to use literature, things like that. So I can't give you too much detail. Obviously, we want you to, it has to be something that you come up with on your own. But yeah, again, what is it? It assesses attainment of the graduate program, your core and concentration areas. Basically, and this is for both Department of Curriculum Instruction and Educational Leadership and Technology. You will take the comprehensive exam. All right, and essentially, you need to complete that in order to complete the program, right? Okay, and so program requirements that have to be met. All right, you have your obviously degree plan filed. You have to be currently enrolled in Capstone and registered for graduation. It's administered electronically. Students are going to receive their individualized exam questions by email in a designated window of time that you have available to complete it. All right, so it tells you here it consists of 6 essay type questions that are separated into 2 sections. So you have 3 responses relating to knowledge and skills gained from your core courses and 3 responses related to knowledge and skills gained from your concentration area courses. And students will respond to 2 of the 3 responses from each category. Okay, so all right, so that gives you an idea of kind of how it works. And essentially, students will identify a faculty committee from faculty members. One's going to be your committee chair, and committee members develop exam questions. All right, so some of that's more informal in terms of the faculty members who are involved in educational technology. All right, and it should say submitted to Canvas because we're using Canvas now. We have a departmentally approved rubric and got to earn a passing score on all 4 exam responses, right? Okay, so basically these questions are based on attainment of the goals in terms of research-based educational practices, right? Educational technology leadership, where it's appropriate. Okay. Students have to receive score 12 out of 15 points to successfully complete the comprehensive exam. And if a student receives a score of 11, they may be offered an opportunity for an oral response. And if it's based on weak content, if it's based on weak writing, they may be required to rewrite their responses. Lower than 11, they will have to retake the exam the following semester. And students can only take the exam up to 3 times within 3 consecutive semesters. All right. How do you prepare? Review your student learning outcomes with each course you've taken. All right, and these should be in the course syllabi. Review your activities and assignments that you completed in each course and how they relate to the learning outcomes. Reread your notes and texts. Go over your important theories, principles, concepts, as well as known theorists, researchers, and writers. I can't emphasize this enough, so make sure you go over those theories and concepts and researchers. You're going to gather valid and reliable, credible sources, okay? So, we need reliable, credible, and valid. So, we want to see this is a master's program, so we want to see some good literature in your responses. All right. It says here you are able to search online for sample comprehensive exam questions and test taking tips. Okay, so if you find any online, it can give you an idea of what the things might look like. Right. Okay, so if you have questions, contact your capstone course instructor about exam administration or procedural issues. If you have questions about the nature of the exam questions themselves, contact your committee chair. And if at some point you need to, you can contact your graduate coordinator. If it's curriculum instruction, it's Dr. Garcia. But you can also contact the Educational Leadership and Technology graduate coordinator. But you can, which this time is Dr. Nicole Mishnick. But you can hopefully get your issues resolved with these 2 first. Okay, so want to give you that description. of the comprehensive exam. So week 1, you have, so just want to give you a little bit of the format. So each week we'll have a little bit of a kind of description of what's going to be going on that week, and then you'll have an assignment. So essentially the first few weeks what you're doing is kind of writing about what you think your project plan is going to be about and starting to kind of put together some ideas. And so you'll have a written submission usually each week, all right? And then on the even numbered weeks, you'll also have a video discussion, okay? So, and don't stress about this. This is just, I think it makes the class a little more interactive and allows you to kind of explain your ideas in a different way, all right? But it's a video discussion. Again, you're going to get some revisions to your project plan. You can resubmit, and again, each week you'll get, and then week 4 you're submitting your final project plan. So this is kind of what you want to do in your course, that maybe a course that you're teaching right now. Could be, most likely should be, if you're teaching right now, it would be a course that you're teaching. If not, we can help you come up with a different scenario. But the plan is for you to actually, by week 4, come up with, a plan for maybe a unit that you're going to cover in your course, later in the semester. And then, again, each even week you have a video discussion, all right? And then you start beginning your project plan and talking about or writing about how it's going, all right, and what you're learning about it. So that's really kind of where things change at week 5. So by week 5, you should already have your plan in place. Now you're implementing and then talking about what you did, what went well, what didn't go as well, and what would you change, okay? And that just kind of continues throughout each week. Again, videos in each even numbered week. And then, let's see, in Tuesday, April 25th and Thursday, April 27th, we'll have an Educational Leadership Technology Symposium where you will present your project plan and kind of how it's gone. All right. And so we'll have more information about that. And so again, you'll have a post-course statement of understanding, kind of say what you have learned in the course. And then you'll turn in that final paper and presentation so you'll actually complete the presentation on the 25th or the 27th, but you'll submit it. So you'll essentially deliver it these days, and then you'll turn it in along with a paper version where you're kind of summarizing or compiling all of your previous week's work. And you'll submit that on May 1st. Okay, so that's kind of how this course is set up. So let's go back up to the syllabus. All right, we have that pulled up for you already. Again, my contact information. All right, tells you a little bit about my training in online teaching. I've completed the Inspiring Inquiry and Preparing Lifelong Learners in Your Online Course micro-credential through AQ. All right, information on office hours again. All right, course text. We have, there is no required textbook for this course, okay? This is a reference. You're welcome to use it as you need to. But there are no required readings from this book from the class. I'm not giving you a recommendation to purchase this book unless you feel like you need it. But it can be accessed for free through the Tarleton Library databases, okay? So this course isn't too large. Some courses, when they're really large, the databases have a limit on how many people can access the document at one time. But at the size of this course, that shouldn't be an issue. But again, you're not under any obligation to purchase a textbook from the university affiliated bookstore or buy the book at all. And so you may be able to find it from an online retailer, but again, not required, and it's really just should you think you need it. All right. Okay, we've gone over the course description already. The knowledge outcomes here: gaining real world experience, in the area of instructional design, online course development, online course teaching, or instructional technology. Skill outcomes, you'll create a project plan for a public or private organization in the area of instructional design, course development, online course teaching, or instructional technology. You'll also implement that plan, and you'll present the outcomes of the project as well as lessons learned. All right. As far as Charlton policies, we're committed to complying with the Americans with Disabilities Act as well as other applicable laws. And if you are a student that has a disability and you seek accommodations for this course, so the first step is to contact Disability Resources and Testing. And here's a way to contact them. And if they are able to document that you have these accommodations that you need, then they will typically send me a accommodation form, which we can adjust the course as necessary. All right, religious holy days. So obviously, as a institution of higher education, we understand that they are religious holy days, and so if you have to miss for a religion, it's an online course. But just let us know if you have a religious holy day where you can't attend something like the presentations. All right. But it needs to be for something like that to not attend us, and that's why we give 2 dates. All right. Academic integrity. Okay. Don't plagiarize. Right. If it's an individual assignment, do it yourself. If it's a group, we don't really have group assignments in this class, so you don't really need to do that. And so just do your own work and make sure you cite your sources, right, and reference accordingly. All right. Important days. Okay. January 16th, Martin Luther King Day. All right. March 13th through the 18th, spring break. And you should see a break in the schedule for that. And no classes. All right. So no physical classes April 7th through the 10th. But that's more for face-to-face classes. Okay. All right. And grade-related dates. Okay, these are more for undergraduates, so not really an issue for you. The bigger issue here is May 15th, grades due by noon. All right, finals and commencement. So last day of class, May 2nd, which actually for you all, you will already have turned in all of your work by then. And you all don't have a final exam in this course, so this doesn't apply to you. All right. But for those of you who are graduating, this does apply to you. May 12th through 13th is commencement, also known as graduation. All right, best practices. Be respectful, in the group discussions, complete your assignments on time, be creative, have fun. Try to give you rubrics so you know exactly how to get the grades you want. And most of them are set up with meets and exceeds expectations. So, if you want to exceed expectations, then, do what it says you need to do that. But yeah, generally students do extremely well in this course, so don't stress. All right. If you need to find a rubric for an assignment, click the assignment and then click the 3 dots on the right, and you'll see show rubric. We get a 20 percentage point deduction for every day the course or assignment is late. All right. And so if you had a 50-point assignment and it was turned in on Thursday, a student could earn up to 40 points with the 20% deduction. All right. For your online class, the way you attend is logging in and submitting your assignments. All right. So the Google Docs piece is not really applicable anymore. All right. But Canvas is. All right. So if you send me an email during office hours, I should be able to respond to you during that time. If it's outside of office hours, it may be the next office hour time when I respond. All right. If you don't want me to give you feedback on paper or assignment, you need to send it to me at least 72 hours before the paper's due, so I have time to read it and give you feedback. All right. So we typically have learning activities and action items, the way the course is assigned. All right, we're using APA 7th edition. All right, so it shows you kind of breakdown of what to do each week, and this is also in Canvas. All right, so here's your assignments that are due for week 1. All right, and it's week 2. All right, we're not going to go through all this, but that's basically shows you, how to find. Oh, I did see a message that I do want to say here. All right, so if you are looking for something in the databases, typically EBSCO hosts ebook collections where it will be found if in the event you can't get this link to work. All right. And let's see. All right. So typically in terms of how the course is arranged, all right, obviously you've got your final project that you're turning in, you got your video discussions and your weekly submissions, your pre-course statement of understanding, your post-course statement of understanding, right? So those are the major pieces of your grade. All right, so that's basically this course in a nutshell. So again, want to thank you so much for being a part of this course. I'm looking forward to having you in it, and it's going to be great, and look forward to learning alongside and with you.